Hey, what's up? This is Jamal Abbott here to show you how to secure your 8x8 video meetings. There's two ways to secure video meetings. One, by setting a passcode for the event. The other is by setting up a random URL for each meeting. Both methods ensure that only invited guests are allowed into your meeting. One quick note that we'll jump into before we look into the settings is to understand that in order to keep your meeting secure and private, it's very important to ensure that you only invite participants that are allowed to these meetings. If you're intending for this to be a private meeting, make sure that you avoid places like social media with sharing this information if it's intended to be with just a small group of people. Another thing to consider too is possibly having maybe some registration tied to this meeting if you want to have multiple people attend this meeting but not necessarily want anybody to join at their leisure. So just something to consider there. I'm in the 8x8 virtual office app, but we'll talk about how you can secure your meetings using the standalone app as well as the virtual office desktop app. We're going to go down here to settings and then go to meetings. Now this is going to be different on the standalone app, and I popped up instructions here on where you can find exactly where to change these settings. Once we go to meetings, you'll see that we have some information about how we can schedule meetings as well as information for our personal meeting space. To add a passcode to your meetings, go down here to personal meeting space and then click the edit button. Once you click the edit button, you'll see that there's an option here to change the meeting space name as well as add participants passcode. From here, just add in a participant's passcode. I'm gonna add this passcode. I wouldn't normally use that, but for this demonstration, we're gonna set it for that. Click save, and then it's telling you that you'll have this information updated on your upcoming meeting. So just go ahead and update the passcode. And now we have this set. So this shows you how to set up a passcode before you start a meeting. But let's just say that you want to set a passcode right in the middle of the meeting. I'll show you how that looks like from here. I'm jumping into my video meeting and it's asking for the passcode that we previously set. So I'll enter that in and click OK. And now I'm into the meeting. Down here at the bottom, you see my information for the meeting itself. And then this passcode has already been set by another participant. Let's just say that I want to remove this passcode and set something else just a little bit secure. I'll go ahead and click remove passcode. And then now I'll click this add passcode, which will give me a prompt to do up to 10 digits. So we'll just add up to 10 digits, hit enter, and now that passcode's set. So this is how you change the passcode once the meeting is in place. So if somebody tries to enter in with the previous meeting passcode, they won't be able to get in. You would need to give that to them separately, either on the phone or maybe shoot them a text and then provide that passcode so they can get into this particular meeting. So when you change the passcode in this scenario, this is only for the meeting in progress, but once this meeting ends, it's going to default to the passcode that you set up previously in the settings. So we looked at what it takes to set up a passcode to secure your meetings. Now we're going to look at what it takes to set up a random URL for each and every meeting. As you're looking at the options for scheduling meetings, you notice that there's two options to choose from for setting up your meetings. You can do so in the personal meeting space. So this is a static URL that you would give out to the participants of the meeting. And this wouldn't change based upon every time you schedule a meeting. Now, if you want an extra layer of security tied to that, you can set this up to where it will choose a different name for every meeting that you set up. As you notice here too, there's a 3-character letters at the end of this personal meeting space, and that would change depending upon when you schedule your meeting. And now that I selected this option to use a different meeting every time that I schedule one, we're going to see what that looks like on my calendar. We're at the calendar now. I'm just going to pick a random spot here and I'm going to click add 8x8 meeting. If you're wondering where this add 8x8 meeting comes from, check out this other video I did which talks about how to integrate your Google Calendar with 8x8 meetings. Also keep in mind that you can do this with Microsoft 365 calendars. But from within my meeting, you can see that for the location, the meeting URL has automatically generated for this particular meeting. Notice at the end here too that I have these three characters at the very end, this 1CR, and this is going to change for every single meeting that I generate. Now that I have this in place, I'm going to go ahead and click save, and I'm actually going to join this meeting now, and we're going to take a look and see what's going on with the setup of this meeting. So as you can see, we're in the meeting right now. At the very top, it's my video meeting with the 1CR that was generated randomly. And then we can see here at the very bottom, there's my meeting link. So that's completely unique and it's completely random. And this is the way that you can secure your video meetings. And now you've seen how to secure your meetings, one with the passcode or one with the URL, which is actually my personal favorite. So this is Jamal Abbott. Thanks for tuning in and watching this. If you have any questions about how to secure your video meetings, let me know, leave a comment. And if there's anything else that you want to see, let me know. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk again soon.